Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get to the video, this video is sponsored by Huawei App Gallery, where you can earn money for spending in the game. And this time around, Huawei have got a coupon where you can buy the April Battle Pass for a lot cheaper than it is. So all you need to do is download the app gallery. The link is in the description. You need to set the country to United Kingdom, Northern Ireland. If you're from Canada, America, New Zealand, any places like that, you can still set the country to UK or Ireland. This is for any Android phone. Of course, you can download this using BlueStacks or any emulator on PC. So they have the Battle Pass. You get 30% discount from the coupon on the premium pass, and you can get 50% off on the upgraded pass. That is the more expensive one, where you get 25 levels for free. Now this is perfect. This is a great bundle. As you can see here, the premium pass, the big pass with 25 levels is £14. Yeah, with Huawei you can get that much cheaper. That's already cheaper than any iOS or Google Play Store, and then you just come onto where you click the coupon and you get a further £7 discount. So not only is Huawei App Gallery cheaper than any other store, you also are getting £7 off the big bundle. On top of that, you're getting £1.40 back in Huawei points for buying the bundle. So go to the description below, get the coupon, download the app gallery, and save yourself some money. So back to the video, we are looking at the top 5 tanks you losing, and these are over the last 90 days the lowest win rate tanks in the game. And we're going to start off, and this is actually quite interesting because 3 of these tanks are pretty much the same tank. So coming in at number 5 is the T23E3. This is like 50% win rate. It loses a lot. It is an American premium tank, and you can pretty much buy this in the tech tree. Me personally, I like it, but trying to get this footage, I lost a lot of games. It has not got much going for it. It has DPM. That's about it. Next up on the list is the FCM. Now again, this tank is in the tech tree. It is a premium, and not a lot of people play this tank. Not a lot of people like the tank. Again, I kind of like the tank. It's a big barrel of, I mean, just look at the size of it for a medium tank. It's absolutely massive. Again, played correctly, I kind of like this tank. I seem to do well in the tank. But a lot of people obviously don't do well because it is literally the fourth worst tank for losing in. It is one of the lowest win rate tanks in the game. Bear in mind, I have only done it from sort of tier 6 onwards. So there might be lower win rate tanks further down the tiers, but we're only sort of going up from tier 6 onwards, and the FCM is the 4th worst tank for it, or should I say the 4th best tank to lose battles. But as I've said, played it correctly, this can actually be a pretty good tank. Hasn't got much armor. The DPM is pretty solid, and because of the size of the tank, you can ram people. And you can do a lot of damage just by ramming. So the best thing I would say about playing these tanks is don't play it front line, and that's probably why people lose in these tanks so much, because they're medium tanks. These are, I mean, the DPM, they're playing them like medium tanks. They've got no armor, they're not bouncing anything, and they just get absolutely wrecked. Next up is number 3, and it is the Panther M10. And again, this is very similar to the T23E3 with the DPM wise. I mean, the armor is actually troll on this. The armor is very troll. You can see here 410 block damage we have here, but you can't rely on those bounces. You can never rely on the bounces. It does have DPM, and again, it is a tech tree tank. I actually featured this in a previous top 5 where you never see these. It is a tech tree tank. It's quite cheap, but you never really see these tanks. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's okay. I actually aced it on my last game that I featured. But I like DPM tanks. I like DPM tanks, even with no armor. You just got to play them differently. I mean, don't play them front line, play them sort of second line, and so tanks are not focusing you. And then you seem to do a little bit, you might win a little bit more. Next up is the ELC, and again, this is very similar to the tanks that we have just seen, the Panther M10 and the T23E3. It's basically like a Comet with the quick reload. Again, no armor whatsoever, but again, what it does have is that DPM. The DPM, the reload is very, very good. Now, that's 3 tanks in this top 5 that all suffer to win, but they all have DPM. Even the FCM actually has DPM, but they just really struggle to win. And this is the same. This is the second lowest win rate tank in the game. Maybe because they were, I don't know why this one, to be honest. It's a rare tank. It is quite rare. Hasn't been for sale often. I mean, what, once, twice before, but yet people are still losing in this game, or in this tank, sorry. Again, I like this tank. You have to play him differently, just like what I've said. Like, they've got no armor, they have DPM, and because they have DPM, like the really quick reload tank 3.5, they are really sort of poke in, poke out kind of tanks. Poke in, take your shot, poke out. Or the other way around, sorry. Poke out, take your shot, then poke back in. Now, the lowest win rate tank in the game is the VK4503. Now, again, I like this tank. It is a heavy tank, doesn't have much armor, but what it does have is, again, that DPM. It has DPM for a heavy tank. It's actually really good, and played correctly, it can do the job. Now, the speed on this is okay. The speed on it's not really a slow tank, so you could actually go with the medium tanks and just rip apart the mediums on the enemy team. Or if you're going to play it as a heavy, I would sit back behind your other heavies, because you haven't got the heavy armor that your teammates have got, like ISs or T29s. Hasn't got that good armor to just get some bounces. So play it, if you're going to play it as a heavy, play it second line, and if you're going to play it as a sort of a medium to support your mediums, then yeah, you can go and you will get some bounces from those medium tanks. Other than that, it's a nice tank. Very rare. This, not very rare, but this hardly comes for sale, and again, when it does come for sale, people are not winning. This is what, 48% win rate globally over the last 30 days, over the last 90 days. People just are suffering in this tank. Don't know why. It is still a nice tank. It still does the job. Not the best of tanks, but it can still do the job with that DPM. You just got to utilize that DPM and not get shot. But hope you enjoyed it, guys. Go get the battle pass. I mean, £7 for 25 levels. Really good price. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.